Hi, I'm Jack with QuickStock Films, and this is episode 4 of 10 of my film tool series about the small things that make film and video making easier and faster. This time I will show you this Rode Videomicro. Much more than just another shotgun microphone. Okay, so there's like hundreds of people out there that have done reviews on these little microphones, but most of them are talking about using these things on DSLRs and GoPros and things like that, and I'm going to mention that also, but we use this on our big productions. I mean, big budget productions. I'll use this microphone quite frequently, and I'm going to discuss that in a minute. And also, this is the first episode. From now on, I'm going to do this on all my episodes, where I give this a JAX FPR. That's a field production rating. And what that means is I'm going to judge these products, and I'm going to rag on the manufacturers just a little bit, and I'm going to judge all these products on 4 different topics, and that is build quality, usability, deployment, and travel friendly. Those are the things that are most important to me because we travel a lot. My main company, KJ Filmworks, we travel a great deal on airplanes and long road trips and hiking and all kinds of ways to get into the location to work. So all of my equipment has to reach that high expectation that I am now going to be calling JAX FPR. Now, when we're working on a feature-length film or a high-end corporate type production, of course we're using, tools like this. But the problem with tools like this is that getting on airplanes and small vehicles and rent-a-cars and things like that, that's why I was looking for something like this Videomicro Pro. Of course we use all kinds of high-end microphones. This is the EV RE50B. We use this quite often for interiors. We use these high-end Sanken COS 11s. That's what I'm wearing right now. And these are fabulous tools, but they're very, very expensive. When you have the budget, the expense isn't the problem. My thing is that I like everything really small and compact, and that's where this microphone just absolutely sends it home. This thing rocks. Now, of course, every opportunity we can, we'll use a lavalier microphone because just hands down, a lavalier microphone is the very, very best way to go. But they tend to be expensive, and then you tend to need wireless transmitters and things like that to get the signal to the camera. So every opportunity I can, I try to use a little shotgun mic. And of course, one of the coolest things that just caught my attention right away with this is, we're based in Oklahoma. We travel all over the country, but especially in Oklahoma, if you're outdoors, you absolutely have to have a windscreen on the microphone. And a lot of little microphones like this come with a little foam cover, which do like nothing. This comes with a real live windjammer. This is a real Rode windjammer. And when it is on here, this thing, I mean, I've been in 40-mile-an-hour winds with this thing, and it is not a problem. I get good, clean sound. See, this really all started with my GoPro camera. I needed to be able to get good sound into this camera, and I tried all kinds of things. I put little fuzzy things on here to protect the microphone from the wind, and wind, of course, was the big thing. And then clarity, where this helped a little bit with the wind, but it's still, the clarity just wasn't there. And then, I wanted to mount it on the camera, but there was just GoPro doesn't allow a way to mount this on your GoPro camera. So I bought one of these, and I'll go over this in another episode why this is important, and the adapter cable, and put this on here. And this allows me to get great audio into my GoPro. Now, of course, I use this on my DSLR, my OSMO, and my little Tascam field recorder. And the sound quality is exceptional. The sound quality on this is almost as good as the high-end Sennheiser shotgun that's inside of this. This is actually a little bit better because it does have a little better rear sound rejection than the big Sennheiser has. So I originally got this microphone to be able to use on I call this my handy cam that I'll use for an event or something like this when I don't need a cine cam to do this. Or I wanted to be able to mount this on my FS5 where it's a really compact camera and there's just not room for a big long shotgun microphone on it. But the problem is it only has a mini jack input, which is primarily for consumer-based cameras, DSLRs and things like that. So I wrote to Rode and asked them, would you consider making an XLR version of this to be able to use in pro applications? And I got a standard reply back that this was meant for DSLR type cameras. Thank you very much. I would have liked to have heard, thank you for your suggestion. We may consider that in the future, but I did not get that. So whether Rode comes out with a pro version of this later, I mean, I would pay more for it. It really was worth, I mean, this is a $50 microphone. I'd pay almost $100 for this thing if I could use it on my Pro and Cine cameras. So in conclusion, this is an amazing little microphone. I highly recommend it if you have a GoPro, a DSLR, an Osmo, or any kind of recording device that allows a mini jack input. I highly recommend this microphone. Now, on my jack FPR rating, my field production rating, it does everything a microphone should do. It is amazing audio recording quality. The windsock on it is off the hook. It works as good as the big brother version that costs several $100s that I use every day. The shock mount, the flexi cable, all of it, awesome. The downfall to it, and I hope maybe Rode is listening and will step up and fix this, is if it had an XLR version and would allow me to use it on my pro cameras, this thing is just off the hook. So I give this a solid 8 on the jack FPR rating. I want to give a shout out to my good friend Dean Patterson in Australia. I worked with Dean some 20 years ago on film sets and things like that, and Dean always told me, if you can't have all the tools, get the very best tools you can afford. And this Videomicro Pro steps up to that. Please leave questions and comments that will help others grow their knowledge about the small tools used for film and video production. And if you would, hit the subscribe button, and that way you'll know when I post a new video. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Shotgun mic. I thought it was funny.